Whoa, whoa. Welcome, babies. Mustard. Gotta do it. You gotta do it. Turn his TV off. 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 Mustard. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name's Nic Crespo. We're back for episode 2, baby, of the show with Nic Crespo. How are you guys? What a week. Jesus Christ. We have Sister Act in the background. Hold on. No Sister Act. We don't want that. We're going to exit that. Classic Japanese bullshit right in the background. What a beautiful time. What a beautiful week. Happy December 9th of this recording. We did a lot this week. We did some comedy. We have a special guest. We also did some TikTok live reviews, where we have technically 2 special guests this week on the show. We have Jacob Geller, I think his name is. He's a guy who supports Palestine. I don't know what he's famous for, but I really enjoy him. And I will probably do my research later on in the show today. It's a bit of a long show. It's going to be good. It's going to take some editing on my part, but you guys are going to love it. We're going to have a good time. We have the beautiful Athena PePe on the show today. She is a comedian from upstate. She is also a actress, OnlyFans model. She's great. We're also going to hopefully be doing with her, we're going to bring her back, and we're going to be doing some Crespo catches where I catch predators. So that'll be fun. We have some AI going on. We've turned Athena into this 9-year-old girl that we're going to, or maybe that's too much, like 11, 12. We're going to find pedophiles. We're going to catch them. Crespo's going to catch them. Crespo and Friends catches predators. That's what we're going to do. CEO was murdered. I'm glad. That's good. At least people are doing something. We had a theory on the pod. Someone said, Athena was like, that the idea that it was the person that killed the CEO was hired by the wife because she wanted money from him and she was getting divorced. And the wife said that he was a great father. Not a great man or husband, just father, which is very interesting. So there's that theory rolling around. I mean, look, we all want to shoot CEOs because they've ruined our lives and eat the rich and all that, but we're lazy. So as much as we want to believe this guy just had enough of the system and fucking went for it, I'm pretty sure someone just hired him because his wife was bitter and wanted money. That makes more sense in this world than the fact that the people are actually taking back the power. I doubt that. Nerds who've practiced LARPing and lightsaber battles their whole life have just been training for battle. And thank God we don't live in like 1590, right? Where like just Jesus Christ. Now I need a gun. When I saw him with the fucking lightsabers, I'm scared. I need a gun. Because if I saw him in the forest, like if we had swords still, that guy would be on top of the world. He'd be the president. That guy is fucked. We are fucked. That's my dog right there, doing little dog things, doing what dogs do, licking his asshole. And I love him. I love him for that. I love him for licking his little asshole. Hey, Nick, how's the pod going? Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Where am I looking? Here?
You look here.
Okay.
Guys, this is exciting. I brought a guest this time.
Yeah, I am.
This is Athena PePe. She's a person who does comedy and other stuff. I found her upstate. She was alone in a bar with a bunch of weird white people, and we saved her.
Yeah, they plucked me out of there.
We definitely did. What? Okay. How long have you been in the city for so far?
So I used to live here for about 5 years, and now I moved back upstate. It's been rough, and I've been back here for like 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. How are you finding it?
I love it. It's great. It's even better than I remember.
We've been doing shrooms a lot.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of shrooms. Dude, we were at the bar at Cherry, and we were talking about OnlyFans, because I want to interview OnlyFans models. I think it's cool. Because who doesn't? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're more of like you experiment more. Then
Yeah.
are you like tell the people
Tell the people what?
you make $400 on a month.
Yeah, I've made between like $4,000 to like $60 a month. It's like not consistent, but it really is like you get out of it what you put into it. So at the times where I was like messaging guys a lot and actually posting every day, I did a lot better. I made more money.
Okay.
But then I got like pretty like kind of over it, but even then like I still have subscribers, and like this month I haven't posted at all and I made like over 200.
Are these all local people?
I think some of them are, yeah. For sure. Because what I would do when I started OnlyFans was I blocked a bunch of people from my Instagram stories and then posted a link there like, you all knew this was coming, here's my OnlyFans. And that was in 2020, the pandemic, whatever. And like all of my lifelong creeps, I like to call them, were like, oh, this is my chance. And so that, like, within hours, I made like $2,000.
That's so annoying. That's so that is very lucky for you. I'm happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
Guys can't do that at all. With like, I feel like if a man's a porn star, they have a lot more issues than like a woman. I feel like women's just like, oh, emotional, no one respects me, well, can I get a real job after this? Mm-hmm. With guys, it's like you have to like shoot the tip of your dick to get hard.
Right.
And
yeah.
And it's chafy, and no one really cares about you because you're the guy anyway. Mm-hmm. You're just this tool.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think I'm not sure about like regular porn, but I think for OnlyFans and like OnlyFans girls, it's like a little more under your control, and that's why people like to do it. Like I've never done like porn. Like I'm not like, and that was the thing too, which was so funny, is that these like guys or like lifelong creeps or whatever, they would like DM me and stuff, and I'd be like, I don't want to hang out, but here's my OnlyFans link, and then they're like, no, I'd rather just like hang out and like have a drink and see where it goes, or like maybe we can make some content together. And I'm like, that's not what I'm doing. Like
lifelong creeps.
Yeah, like I'll masturbate on camera, whatever, post some videos dancing or whatever, but that's like my line of where I feel like I'm not making like actual porn. Not that there's any problem with it, but it's just not my path.
Okay. What about, so these lifelong creeps, do you know them by name, some of them?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know them by name, their families, their dad's names. Some of them, it's 3 generations of lifelong creeps.
Yeah, because you grew up in like this upstate, shitty little small town. Yeah,
I mean, I would get like stared at the gas station and stuff when I was like 11. So for me, I feel like it's my like, I didn't even have boobs at 11 is the thing. I was a late bloomer, so it's extra weird. But like, for me, it's like, a way to like get something back. And like, I think I told you at the bar that my last straw was that I posted like I was getting a lot of, and it also like, yes, the pandemic, people were crazy, people were horny, it was a time.
We all did it.
But like people were sending me dick pics and just like saying really gross things to me, like, and then I posted like a picture of me and my mom on the beach, and I thought it was like a wholesome photo. Like, yes, I was wearing a bikini top, but then like someone DM'd me and was like, I'm masturbating to this photo, and I was like, that's it. Like, if that's going to be happening with my wholesome family photos, like, I'm going to make money off of these freaks.
Yeah, you kind of can't help it. You're a cute girl in a town full of just incest guys, inbred dudes. Yeah, I see the flip here of just like, fuck it, you want this anyway. Mm-hmm. You just kind of, it's almost out of spite.
Oh, 1,000% it's out of spite.
It's out of spite, dude. You don't even, damn, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
On everyone.
Mm-hmm. And like, there are some guys on there that are like really nice to me when I first start messaging, or when they first start messaging me. And I feel like I've made some like genuine friends, and I've like given them my real socials and stuff, and they've been like supporting my comedy and stuff like that. So that's really cool. But like, when someone's first message to me is like something super gross, like I'm usually
I
like,
jerked off to your mom and you at the beach.
exactly.
It was incredible.
I'm like, okay, give me $1,000. You're disgusting. So it's like very much whatever vibe you bring to me, I'm just like amplifying back. And
Okay.
a lot of like, I used to work in sales, right? So in sales, they teach you that like people are, speak one of three languages: time, value, or money, right? Or no, time, value, or quality. So
Okay.
like in the first like 30 seconds of the call, you're supposed to be able to ascertain like, what are these people after? So it's like, do they want to get it done as cheap as possible? Do they want the best quality, or do they just need it fast? So with OnlyFans, it's like, kind of the same thing, as I'm trying to ascertain like what is happening in the first like couple messages.
Okay.
So yeah, if someone's like being nice to me, I'm like, okay, maybe they, they want to see my titties, but also they want to like have a nice chat with someone. If someone's like, put your fist in my asshole, or like, let me
You
send
want
me a
to warm
video.
up.
Yeah, like send me a video fisting your asshole. I'm like, okay, that's like,
You need to warm up to that. You need to earn that.
yeah.
Even though she's an OnlyFans girl. Mm-hmm. I also love the idea that people actually do give you the money.
Oh yeah. Oh, people do give me the money. And like, yeah, there was one guy. So I was like really torn up because most people don't tell me about like their home circumstances a lot. But this one guy was like, yeah, I'm married. I have no intention of cheating on my wife. Like, I've been feeling like I might lately. And so I thought, like, I just really want to like financially provide for someone. And like, I have so much love to give. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I was telling my sister, like, I feel morally kind of wrong about this now. And she's like, well, Athena, he could be out like fucking random girls at a bar and bringing syphilis home to his wife. So in a way, you're doing a service.
Yeah,
and I was like,
justified
yeah,
it.
Absolutely. And then, yeah, I justified it to myself. And then, but it's also like, he was like, I was thinking about you when my wife was giving me a blowjob the other night. And I was like, that's disgusting. Send me money now. And it works. So like, that's what I mean. You got to see what language they're speaking.
Okay, alright. So everyone seems to want to just be dominated and cucked.
I think that OnlyFans does attract that kind of man. And like, that's the thing about, I mean, if you follow me on social media and stuff at all, like,
yeah.
I'm very like feminist, girl power, like whatever. And so that's why I use Instagram as like a funnel for my OnlyFans, because I want guys that are a little bit more simpy in a sense, or at least care what I have to say. Because if they're like following me on Instagram and they like me or have like a little respect for me or something, they're going to be more likely to be sending me nicer messages, or like be giving me more money because they see that I'm a real person, as opposed to like if I were to like post my titties on Reddit and someone finds my link that way, that's the kind of guy that's like, let me get as much as I can get for the least money as possible. And like, I'm looking for the exact opposite kind of guy.
You're both looking for deals in the wrong places.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in the world is trying to get out as much from anyone as they can. We're giving as little as they can,
That's true. You also do comedy, so it's like you have a ratio of the simps and comics, which are pretty much the same person. It's the same person. Only one is broke and one has money to give. Mm-hmm. Apparently. Or maybe they don't, but they still want to, and that's nice too. I appreciate you. You did it, guys. You did it. Congrats.
Yeah.
Would you do a sugar daddy thing?
I've had several. I like to call them Splenda Daddies, because my longest relationship ever actually is with one of my Splenda Daddies, going on like 7 years now. And yeah, so I say a Splenda Daddy because like, I don't know if you know what a salt daddy is. Do you know what a salt daddy is?
No, explain this to everybody.
Okay, sure. So like, in the realm of like seeking arrangements and that kind of world, there's something referred to as salt daddies, and that's like, Seeking Arrangements is a website where sugar daddies go to meet sugar babies. Okay. But some people are looking for real relationships where they can like support someone and stuff like that. But there are also some guys on there that are just like, oh, this is like a cheap way to get a date, basically, and they'll offer like $100 and then like want to go on a date with you and expect you to sleep with them, and or they just like really don't have money, but they're posting like they're like a picture of them on someone else's car, and they're like, oh, I have all this money. So that's like
a salty guy.
Yeah, a salt daddy is like you're doing your part of going out with them or fucking them or whatever it may be, but you're not really getting like sugar. You're not getting money. It's not worth it. That's a salt daddy. So I think I coined the term Splenda Daddy, which is that, you know, I'm getting the daddy part of it, which I'm getting the money.
Okay. Yes.
But he's not exactly getting like real sugars. Like I'll go out with him. I'll hang out with him. I'll you know, go walk around the city with him.
You give him the girlfriend experience.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not gonna touch him ever. Like, he held my hand. He held my hand once, and I was like, "Don't ever do that again." You know.
This is literally like the girl, like Maya Rudolph in Idiocracy, where the guy's just giving her. She like pretends to be a prostitute, and the guy's just giving her money, and she's like, "Ooh yeah, give me a little more." And
yes.
It's just.
Oh hello.
Oh yeah, Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost wants some of that Splenda action.
I prefer Senka. Everybody, I'm a Senka guy, old school.
Yep.
This is my dog. How many dogs do you have?
I just have one dog, but I grew up with like 5 dogs.
I feel like when you showed me a picture of your dog, it looked exactly like my dog.
Yeah, she's just like a mini version. And she has way floppier ears because she definitely has some beagle in her.
Okay.
She's like a knee height.
There's something about this genetic, like if you all look at this is like this is what a dog's supposed to look like.
Yes, it is.
He's perfect. I just don't know what's in him. Probably pit bull and some other cool shit.
I think he's taller than your average pit bull.
But he's still perfect looking. He's got to be a little pit bull.
Oh, definitely. Right. Definitely. He's got the cute face.
I think he smells your dog a little bit too.
Sit. Or a cat.
Sit down.
Yeah, I have one dog and one cat. They're both girls.
Okay. Mm-hmm. One dog. You just left them upstate?
Yeah. Well,
with your ex?
I have a roommate watching my cat, and my parents have my dog.
Okay, nice. Mm-hmm. I saw your mom. She literally looked like she looked like a version of you. Mm-hmm. If you want to know what she looks like, older, or any girl looks like older, just imagine them and do like the Joan Rivers effects.
Okay. Yeah.
Just do the Joan Rivers effect to them. Like if there was a Joan Rivers Snapchat filter, that is what every woman would look like.
Yeah, I do. I look a lot like my mom. I look like you see her pictures of when she's my age. It's like we're twins.
No siblings at all.
I have 7 older ones.
You have 7 older siblings?
Yes, I do.
Do any of them subscribe to your OnlyFans?
No.
Oh, I would be the guy. I would be the older brother, just to check in and see if you're okay.
Oh my gosh, that's
I just want to see who's, giving the lady money.
Well, I don't think you can. It's not like a Facebook. Like you can't see who my friends are. And most of them have like fake names too. But the ones I know, they're from upstate New York because they're like Mountain Guy, like 518.
Yeah, mine would be like Puerto Rican guy, 84. That's you kind of give me the love interest from Rocky vibes. Adrian.
Is she like
Have you never seen Rocky?
I just don't remember.
Adrian! And it's like...
Is she a badass bitch?
No, not really. She's more of like a sweetheart love interest that the guy has to like prove his love for and protect, and then he gets his ass beat every other movie.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
But then she dies of cancer, which drives him to come out of retirement. You know what? Maybe she was like an OnlyFans girl in the movie. She was just like in real life OnlyFans.
She was way before her time.
Do you know what a strawberry is?
No.
I heard this term. A strawberry is what they would call crackhead prostitutes back in the day.
Interesting.
So like all of those great 70s songs that we all like, Strawberry Fields or whatever, is like it's all about like crack and sex and drugs. About. Yeah.
Wow.
Pusher Man, obviously, like all of these things are just.
I had no idea. What's Pusher Man about? Oh, well, that's about drugs.
It's about a guy who pushes drugs.
Yeah. I put that together a while ago, I think.
Oh man, this is pretty okay. Wow, gay?
A little.
A little gay. I'm a little bi.
Yeah, I would say I'm more bi.
Well, here's the thing. Would you love a woman?
Yeah, I think, like, I have a stand-up joke about this, that, like, I love women, like, too much to, like...
Okay.
to, like... Well, I don't know, to even try dating them, because I've not had the smoothest relationships in the past, and it's, like, I don't think that... And I know how much, like, I've been hurt, and I would never want to, like, inflict that pain on someone else, but, like, usually it's guys hurting me, so, like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But, like, also, like, yeah, I get a little crazy in relationships sometimes, and I just feel like no woman deserves that, but, like, every man does.
It's a little one-sided, but I get it.
Sure.
We're gonna we gotta go live. TikTok Live is the craziest place, and none of it makes sense.
None of it makes sense, but people are making money somehow.
They're making an insane amount.
It's gonna take some time.
A lot of women just airing out their grievances. I hate these people.
All right, so.
Oh, the tarot people?
Tarot people.
How is this even legal? How is this even legal?
So for those of you
I was
that are new
like,
here, for those
oh my
of you just
gosh.
hopping
So
on,
I
we
saw
are
one
doing
that
yes
really
or no
pissed me off
questions.
a couple
Have
days
both.
ago. She's a medium who's cold reading the internet.
Are doing yes or no
Yeah, it doesn't make
questions.
any sense. I
However,
think it's really fucked up, and, like...
I hate it.
Yeah. I went through a really, really bad breakup recently,
However.
and, like... I was, like, watching these TikToks. A tall man with brown
Additionally,
hair will be coming back into your life by the end of the week if you just like and share this video. It's like, are you kidding? That's, like, really fucking with people's minds.
I just think it's so stupid and sad that people actually... Like, really? She's like, what? Oh my god. The lady was like, what's your name, Paul? And they're like, no. And look, is she doing it too? They're all pieces of shit.
There's so many.
They're all pieces of shit. And
I don't, like, 100% just believe in all that stuff, but I definitely
do you believe in ghosts? No?
I definitely don't believe it, like, through the internet. No. I think, like, for a lot of people, it's, like, a placebo effect, and, like, kind of, like, sometimes you need that kind of false hope, you know, possibly, like...
Okay.
So I think it's, like, similar to a therapist in a way, which is just that, like, someone's gonna tell you, like, oh yeah, times are really bad right now, but don't worry, they'll get better. And, like, do I think that they're really reading that in the energy of the cards? No. But do I think that's their job to help you, make you feel a little bit better, keep you holding on for an extra day? Like, if you're desperate enough that you're calling a TikTok live, like, tarot reader, if you're desperate enough that you're clicking on that TikTok live, going to their page, going to their link, sending them $30 to have a conversation, like, you probably are in a really terrible bad place, and maybe all you need is someone to tell you, hang on until the end of the month, and that, you know, he's gonna reach out to you, and then by the end of the month you're like, I actually don't care if he reaches out to me anymore. And, like, you know what I mean? If you're in a really bad place, I see how they could help people, but I also think it's fucked up because it's, like, fucking with your brain and giving you false hope about stuff. Like, you know, Spotify Wrapped just came out, and I'm like, fuck a Spotify Wrapped. I want to see, like, my TikTok saved rap. Like, you saved 127 videos on narcissistic abuse and 200 videos from a TikTok reader saying, don't worry, he's going to come back.
Wow, that's surprisingly similar to mine's, actually. That's pretty crazy. Also, I agree. Yeah, it's all sad, all these TikTok people. I believe in ghosts. I love
100%.
ghosts.
Whoa. What's your dog's name?
I believe in ghosts, aliens, pretty much every conspiracy theory now.
Yeah.
What do you believe in? And what's, like, your favorite conspiracy theory?
Well, I mean, right now my favorite conspiracy theory is that, like, Elon Musk somehow rigged the election, and that...
Ooh,
that
one.
No, well, I mean, I kind of, like, thought about it or, like, put it together. I don't know if it's a real conspiracy theory or if it's just, like, something that I thought of after seeing so many TikToks about, like, other conspiracy theories of weird things that he could have done. But, like, didn't he have something to do, like, the things that counted the votes were made by him or something? So, like, I just feel like it's highly likely that this, like, evil black MAGA computer genius could have rigged the election somehow.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like, it's my favorite conspiracy theory because I'm just, like, really holding out hope that somehow Kamala Harris and her team are going to figure it out before January 20th.
God bless you. I think it's over. I don't think they're going to come. I think Kamala is literally in Hawaii on vacation. Did you know that?
Well,
she's been in Hawaii for like a couple
good
weeks.
for her. She is a prosecutor though, and she's a smart lady. She could be trying to throw him off the trail. She's saying, "Oh, look, I'm on vacation. Don't worry about me." But she has like an underground team of like good hackers, ethical hackers, just like working around the clock.
No, I'm glad Trump won. Just end it.
End the world.
Hurry up.
And the world. Yeah, totally.
Let's get the ball going.
One of my favorite conspiracy theories right now is also like aliens. Like I kind of would like them to just like rise out of the ocean.
Which would be amazing.
Yeah, like please on January 20th rise out of the ocean and be like, actually we're your government now, and I'd be like, thank you.
So did you hear about?
We need a reset.
Did you hear about the skyquakes?
No.
Like these noises in the sky, and like people think it's from underground. No one knows where they're coming from, but it literally sounds like the planet is one giant machine that someone's building underground.
Who is hearing this?
People have been hearing about it since the 1800s, apparently. So it's been like, which makes it even crazier. So it's like, who's building something so massive for over 200 years?
Aliens.
Fuck yeah, it's aliens, dude. And what is it? I think the scariest thing was the end of the world would be. I think my scariest version of the end of the world would be the sky literally like ripping open and the earth, and like we're just like bugs on top of some giant robot that we just didn't matter.
Oh, kind of like Truman World-esque, like where you realize it's like,
we're
on a set.
We're on a set, and then like it's all like the firmament is real. There's just these cosmic horrors about to come by through reality. I think that'd be terrifying.
Or like we're in a snow globe.
At least we'd be protected in a snow globe.
Yeah, unless someone breaks it.
Yeah, I love the cosmic horror of it, because like if you really think about like the fact that we're on the planet hurtling through, if you really think about the fact that the Earth is a little tilted like this and it's constantly wobbling, I lose my shit.
Yeah, that is freaky to think about.
You mean it's wobbling? Why is it wobbling? You have to stabilize it.
It's so big. How is it not just stable?
Like fuck. Yeah, and technically we are falling through space, which is terrifying. What would be your worst way to go in the apocalypse? Like, what would be the scariest version?
Well, anything like sky opening up, we're falling through space, and then we crash. Like, that sounds great to me. Like, make it quick, make it a huge disaster. We're all in it together. I'll make out with a stranger when I see the comet coming towards us, and that's how I'll die. Like, Pompeii vibes.
Pompeii, yes.
Yes, but I think the worst thing would be like if like just like we like the whole planet lost electricity, and like because within like a few days like animals would get out of the zoos. We'd have like lions hunting people in Central Park. It would be terrifying.
That's that's the worst, scariest thing you could think of, is a lion attacking you at the end of the world.
Well, I don't want to be in some, like, apocalyptic, like, survival situation where I have to be, like, strapped with weapons and, like, hiding. I wear contacts, guys. I wear contacts or glasses. If I break my contacts, I'm good for 3 days in an apocalypse.
You just literally just want to die. you don't want to survive. You don't want.
I want everyone to all die together.
You're like, it's better if we all die.
I want everyone to die together, all snuggled up. Yeah.
That's cute. All right, that's fun. Everyone's dead. What about your dogs? Wouldn't you want your dog could help you survive? Your dog and cat.
No, I would not want to be worrying about them. But haven't you ever seen, what is it? Is it The Quiet Place or The Quiet Place 2 or something, where they're in that movie theater?
The one where they're the movie theater.
They're in it's not a theater, it's a play or something. This woman has her service cat with her, and then the quiet place happens.
Oh, she has cancer.
Yes, she's like constantly at like even more risk of dying because her fucking cat has a bell or whatever shit it is.
Oh my god, what a shit movie! But yeah, I remember this.
My dog would bark, and we'd be done.
It'd be done. It'd be done. From Palestine.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not super informed with like all of the details, but like I still know that like genocide is wrong, and I mean I've had a shirt that said Free Palestine since I was like 12 years old that my mom gave me, so like that's what's been, I just somewhere along the line when I was like 5, someone told me you shouldn't like be racist or sexist or mean to people or kill people, and like that kind of stuck, and it's like I don't really know like I don't know what kind of like cognitive dissonance you have to be like, okay, yeah, millions of children are dying, we're wiping out this entire country, this culture, like but I might get 5 cents on gas or like whatever the fuck it is.
Here's the thing, I think we should all notice how the CEO got killed, and my first thought was, who killed him? I didn't think it was like a person. I thought it was like some big conspiracy government kind of thing.
Sure.
Because that's what my mind always goes to.
Well, have you heard the conspiracy that his wife might have set him up?
Who's the CEO's wife?
Yes, because he was arriving super early for this meeting, going in through a back door or something, the side door. The shooter had all of these details, and also they had like just separated, and she stands to get like a ton of money from him dying, and also like in her statement she was like, he was a great father. She didn't say anything about he will be missed as my husband, not a thing.
Wow, that makes more sense. Mm-hmm. She helped the guy get away to murder him, and then...
Yeah.
Huh. Well, fuck.
Because who else would have known, like, his travel plans?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, the wife, his personal driver, and the shooter were all in on it.
His wife, personal driver... That makes more sense, and it's also a little more disappointing. Because you kind of hoped that the people, us as society, finally... came back around to who we were a couple 100 years ago, killing the evil people. Eat the rich.
Well, it might have been that she like got on the dark web and like sought someone out that had that goal or something. Maybe she was having an affair with someone, and then he was like... Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was having an affair with someone. She set him up. There's going to be a documentary on this.
Oh, absolutely.
There's going to be a Netflix doc. It's going to be incredible.
And it is kind of like, if that is true, it's like it's like ironic justice in a way that, this like money hungry CEO got killed by his wife for money.
Poor thing. I was really hoping that people were just sick and tired of rich assholes and started killing them, because they should be murdered. Don't you agree? Don't you all agree that rich people who ruin everyone's lives should be killed?
I don't think anyone needs to have more than like $1 billion. I think once you get like $1 billion, you need to be like giving your money back somehow.
At least a couple $100 million is absolutely fuck you money.
Yeah.
Dude, $300 million, fuck you money forever, for generations. You don't need more than that.
Like, once you have $1 billion, like, you're not allowed to do anything where you make money anymore. Or if you do, like 70 cents of every dollar goes to, like, ending world hunger, homelessness, like, infrastructure for our country, like, anything.
Yeah, someone said the world's hunger could be cured with $25 million.
Yeah.
That's not a lot
That's not a lot at all.
Also, how would you implement that? Like, let's just...
Well, that's the thing, too, is, like, I used to be super interested in working in, like, the nonprofit sector and stuff. And I watched this interesting TED Talk, and I remember this guy saying that, like, if you work for a nonprofit and you want to make enough money where you're basically just, like, able to sustain yourself, sustain a life, like you're a bad person. People are saying, oh, they're, you know, they're stealing the overhead and blah blah blah, corrupt. But if you want to make $1 billion off of a video game where you're raping prostitutes and, you know, I'm talking about GTA, like you're going to be on the cover of Forbes magazine and you're considered a hero. It's like, why is someone that like just wants to make money, like, oh, they're like great job, but if you want to make a living while helping people, like there's really no way to win at that. So there's not really a lot of incentive for people to end these problems.
Fuck, you're right.
I love hearing that. Unfortunately about that, like,
yeah, no one wants us. There's just no reason to change anything because most people who could change it are comfortable.
Exactly. And that's what privilege is that like you're aware of these problems, but you have no incentive to change it because it's not affecting you. So like my ex-boyfriend was a Republican, and like when we started dating, he definitely made himself appear a little bit more moderate, a little bit more open to hearing my opinion. I did tell him I would not date him if he voted for Trump. You know, I was really trying to take one for the team. It was super scary. I almost died. But like, I was trying to take one for the team there. But like, it's just like even when we would try to have discussions, it was just like so much cognitive dissonance and like so much like, wow, like this person has like really never experienced anything else. So like, why would he care? But like also like, it's not really an excuse like to not educate yourself when like his family is wealthy. Like they've all his brothers and sisters have gone to college. They all own their own cars. Like there's, you know, if you're like a poor person living in like a red line district and you're a little ignorant, I think that's a much more valid excuse for being ignorant about things. But if you're just, you know, you have a wealthy family, and this is the thing, this man said to me, he wanted me to pay him back rent after moving out of living with me for like a month and a half because he promised me he wouldn't drink if we were living together, and then immediately started drinking and, you know, yelling at me, and things went downhill very fast. So
so everyone knows, this is your ex-boyfriend that you had upstate, that you almost settled down with, and had little Trump babies.
Yeah, and the thing is, I just thought, like, oh, if this man, like, really loves me, then he will listen to me about why these things are concerning for me, and there's no way that if he really had an open mind and an open heart, there's no way that he would want to still vote for Donald Trump, or that there's no way if he loved me and cared about my opinions that I wouldn't be able to, like, change his mind in a sense, because if he was, like, the person that I thought he would have more empathy and intelligence, and like, oh, I thought like, oh, it's not his fault, maybe that he doesn't know these things, but maybe I could educate him. And I know that's fucking insane.
The classic, I could save him.
I know. It was more just like, I just want less Trump supporters in the world and less ignorant people. But like, it's not my job to educate a man on that. It's my job to like find a man that is already knows that and has done the work for themselves. But like, I can't help wanting to change people's mind about that, because it's like, but like, so one of like the beginning of the end sort of was that I was like, I would never want to have a baby with someone that would vote against women's rights in this way. And he's like telling me that you know, I'm a one issue voter because of abortion or whatever. And it's like, it's not one issue. And like, I think that just the precedent that we're setting to have a sex offender in office is setting up the world to be a very dangerous place for women. And I would rather like not have a child at all, like knowing that there are men in the world that would like shake hands with my rapist if it was going to put money in their pockets. And essentially my ex-boyfriend and every other man that voted for Donald Trump for economic reasons is saying that.
So no, And
now we're basically just saying like, it's okay to rape. If you make a lot of money, it's okay to rape. And I think it's like disgusting that people can justify that to themselves in any way, shape, or form. Like, he was saying, like, oh, well, I think if Donald Trump doesn't win, then the economy will get even worse, and that's going to be worse for, like, your future daughters. And I'm like, there's nothing that could be worse for my future daughters than to live in a world where men are like, it's okay to rape now. Like,
yeah, everyone's a little more racist now.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, oh, false accusations, like, ruin men's lives. Do they? Because
yeah,
this is a very clear example and a precedent of how, no, men do not care. The majority of people do not care if it's going to be better for you financially.
I get this. I didn't want to vote. Mm-hmm. I did vote for Trump, but I did it because I thought that he wasn't going to tax my job. And I was like, oh, I could get more money.
Right. And that's the thing, is that, like...
But then I heard Harris was also going to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know that, like, the day after the election, like, the top Googled results were, what is a tariff, and can I take my vote back?
Yeah. No, I know it was wrong, because tariffs make no sense.
Right, so, like,
I made the wrong choice.
It's okay, thank you for admitting that.
That happens.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people realize that they made the wrong choice, and I think as the months or years go on, and people actually have less money, and the world is becoming more violent and stuff like that, people are only going to be more desperate, and I think a lot of people are going to realize that they made the wrong choice. But, like, yeah. Donald Trump preys on desperate people that are poor, and, you know, and he's like, I'm going to make everything better, and unfortunately, like, these people are desperate, and they want to believe him.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. I knew I made a real bad mistake when he was naming his cabinet, and he was like, Mrs. McMahon, and I'm like, you mean the bitch from wrestling? Her?
Yeah.
For what? Education? It makes no sense. None of this makes
half
sense.
The cabinet is just like celebrity, like, it's like a celebrity apprentice judges. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah, and then I don't know why I didn't think about this before, but I hate Elon Musk and the idea that he's some autistic, out of touch, rich white guy who literally uses his children as a human shield now when he does interviews. Fuck, I don't want this guy telling me...
It doesn't even make sense. Why is Elon Musk all of a sudden has his, like, finger in the government?
No, it doesn't make sense.
And people are like, we don't want Obama or Kamala because, like, they might have technically not been born here, whatever that bullshit was with Obama. And it's like, I don't even know where the fuck Elon Musk is, but he's an immigrant. Why?
Yeah, he's just some weird white guy.
But that's the thing, is that people need to admit to themselves that the country is racist. If Elon Musk was not a white immigrant, I think that this would not be happening. It wouldn't be a situation at all.
Yeah, if Elon Musk, like, he's the worst version of Tony Stark ever. Mm-hmm. Like, this is a guy who should be really cool.
Yeah.
He should be super cool. He's super rich. He grabs rockets from space. He was going to take us to Mars. And now he got into this whole, my kids are trans and I don't like gay people, so fuck women.
It's very scary and dystopian. And also, I don't understand the concern. And, like, I know that this is a reason that, you know, like, I don't understand the concern with, like, trans people using the wrong bathroom or using the wrong bathroom as an excuse to prey on young women and children. And it's like, what are the statistics on how many trans women have gone into bathrooms, or people that are lying about being trans have gone into bathrooms in order to prey on young women and children, versus how many members of our, like, current administration have?
Not only are you right, but we have the internet, and we should just Google this.
I think I did Google it a little while ago, and it's like, actually, what statistic is going to come up is that not having or not being able to use the bathroom that transgender people most identify with actually puts them at a much higher risk of being sexually assaulted by white men, cisgendered white men.
What is the best country for trans people? Canada. look at that.
Canada, Spain, and the northwest United States.
That's pretty cool, I guess. Mm-hmm. All right, now I'm going to Google ridiculous things.
Okay.
How do you stop gay people?
Oh no. We're going to get like some conversion therapy stuff.
I like guys, but I don't like... what?
I like guys, but I don't want to be gay. See, and that's what I'm saying, because if we didn't live in a society where for a long time it really like was not okay to be gay, then people wouldn't be saying that. And here's the thing too, is that like the rates of like loneliness and male loneliness especially, and like most people that commit suicide are white men, and most people that do school shootings are white men and everything. It's like, I think a lot of those people are just like dealing with issues like this, but because of the communities that they are raised in, they're not able to be themselves. And so then they are very angry inside and like, you know, so, okay, instead of coming out as gay, I'm just going to hate women and be an incel that one day decides to shoot up a school or murder a woman because I'm so angry that I can't be myself.
So you're saying that a lot of these weird gay guys, I mean, these weird white guys are actually just a little gay and weird and no one accepts them?
Oh, I think so, absolutely. Like, in the town that I live in, I mean, where I grew up is like very 50-50, like very liberal people and very conservative people, and a lot of the guys that I know that are more on the conservative side, like I know them to be a little bit misogynistic and pretty homophobic, but then, you know, there's also a lot of rumors that may have truth to them that those guys are also hooking up with each other in the basement of parties and stuff like that. So I do think there's a lot of truth to it.
As a guy who is totally never, like, with any, like, category, like, I'm bi, but I don't, everyone's like, dude, are you really? I'm like, yeah, because I like fucking sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's more of a hedonist thing. Sure. I never understood the gay people that do a lisp or are all super flamboyant. Mm. I'm just like, you could fuck who you want to fuck without being a character of what people think you should be.
I don't know if that, I think there's been some studies done about like why people's voices and stuff are like that when they're gay, but I think that it's like, it is something that they're born with. I think probably some people lean into it, but like everyone knows like a gay little boy that has pictures of them being super flamboyant or like talking like that when they're very little. And I don't think that they had any concept of a stereotype at that point.
A colloquial term for speech style. It's a style. It's a choice. That makes it a choice. You're choosing. Gay people, you've made a choice.
Here, look at this one from the speech scientist.
Gay male speech? It's only men, too. You're right. It is only a man thing. Sociolinguistic studies, specifically in North America.
But also, like, you know, language is such an interesting thing, and, like, if you know, everyone has, like, an accent or slang terms and stuff like that,
yeah.
And, like, you notice, I noticed that, like, you and Renee both say, like, with, but with, like, an F at the end sometimes, and, like, that's, you know, maybe that's not a conscious choice that you're making, but when you spend a lot of time with people, you pick up their mannerisms and stuff like that. So if you're spending a lot of time in an LGBTQ community, it's not...
the whiffs and the sticking your tongue out. And...
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a choice. Like, when I get my nails done, I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, it's all just culture.
Gay culture.
And some people really hate that culture, and it's just, like, odd to me. And I think that, you know, the majority of people that are super, super bothered by it are probably in some way, shape, or form closeted themselves. And maybe they don't even know it. Or they're just terrified to be themselves in whatever way that it is, so they're hateful to people that are very much themselves.
Okay. We'll be back after these messages. Hello. We're doing it. We had a little intermission, a little breakfast intermission, listening to Doechii. We've switched sides now because this is what we were sitting on, a little baby chair and a stool.
An end table.
An end table. It's an end table, but it's. Oh fuck. We're on Crash Bandicoot. That's Crash. We're just doing it. He lost his nose. Do you like kids, Athena?
Do I like kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love kids.
I also love kids.
I love kids.
Oh, you piece of shit. I want kids. How many kids do you want?
I don't know for 100% if I do want kids, but if I had them, like, no more than 2. If 3, if I'm, like, very wealthy.
So here's the thing. I'm very poor. Everyone's like, you need money to have kids. I don't think that's true. I think you just need love and hope.
Yeah. Well, I grew up with 7 older siblings, and...
Well, you need money for that.
Yeah, for a time we lived in, like, a cabin with no electricity.
Okay.
And I
in
don't...
the middle of the woods?
Yeah. I don't think money buys happiness, but I do think that money makes things easier, and it usually, unless you're, like, working super, super hard or doing something unethical, like, for that money, like, you know, it just makes things more comfortable. It makes it easier for you to access that calm, loving place in you in order to be a good parent.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of parents are very stressful when they're poor and they don't talk to their kids. But I feel like that also instills a lot of, like, dude, kids with money and who grew up safe are pieces of shit.
Yeah, I think there's
They're lame,
a middle
they have
ground.
no character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a middle ground. Like, I was telling you before, like, my ex, like, wanted me to pay back this rent or whatever, and he's like, I'm not wealthy, and it's like, he lives in a 5-story house. Both of his, like, families on either side of his family have, like, a private camp on the lake, and it's just like, I don't hate him, I don't judge him for being wealthy, I hate him for not recognizing that.
Yeah.
Like, he saw a picture of my childhood bedroom and said, that looks scary.
What did your bedroom look like? What was his? What the fuck? It's just probably... Show me a picture.
I'll show you the picture. It is a little scary. I had, like, a shelf held up with a crutch.
That's just ingenuity.
Right. It makes you creative.
Dude, my shelves are just milk crates.
It might take me a while to find this photo, but I am going to find it.
Don't worry. You could find it. Earlier we were talking about how she was getting hit on by a guy who was a total piece of shit. But if he played his cards right, he could have totally... If he was just a person, it would have been fine.
Yeah, if he was just a little normal.
Just could be normal. You could be awkward, but you can't be a piece of shit.
Be human.
At least.
At least. At minimum.
At minimum. Just please try it.
Yeah, so I was drinking in the bar in Penn Station.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was handsome. He was, you know... He was very handsome, and he was Greek and Cuban, which are, like, my 2 favorite things.
Okay.
And then he, like, I am Greek, and I spent a lot of time in Cuba, so I was like, okay, cool. And then...
Homogenize you. Very, like, I want a Greek man, because I'm Greek.
No, I just thought, you know,
genetics.
Like, it's fun. Like, maybe, you know, I don't know, we would be excited about, like, going there one day or something. But I mean,
that connection of, like, going back.
Mm-hmm. But I could also like take anyone there and be like, this is my homeland.
Dude, I feel like that'd be better if it was like someone you didn't know. They just go there like, dude, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's true too. Like someone from a completely different culture.
Yeah, it's different if like I took you to Puerto Rico. If I took someone to Puerto Rico, they'd be like, yeah, this is the Caribbean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, fuck you.
I've been to Puerto Rico. Just one time, my sister used to be in a military base down there.
Nice. What branch?
Coast Guard.
That's not real.
Here we go. I mean, I don't know. It's just the floor is like...
It's just a...
I mean, the floor is like your floor right now, honestly.
Yeah,
it's the same floor.
It's ghetto person... Oh, wow, that is the same floor. These are ghetto tiles. These are tiles that you can't see scratches and marks and...
yeah.
All right, let's look at this terrifying photo.
So scary. I did have lipstick on because I was a crazy little kid, but
That is scary. I thought you were like, you just had a photo of your room. You're like, no, this is a photo of, like, the girl from, like, the Terrifier 2 movie. Just like fucking psycho.
guys, I think I'm kind of cute.
No.
Come on.
Well, honestly, if I saw you, like, if I was walking at the elevator and I saw you, I'd kick you. I'd kick you out of, like, a reaction. Out of, like,
Listen,
safety.
I was
me.
adorable. People used to give me, like, free stuff all the time.
I was let me show you a photo. I think I was a pretty cute kid.
I bet you were, Nick.
I had happiness in my eyes up until, like, 7. It was amazing.
Oh, wait, no,
And people
this
give me
was
money.
actually the picture. And yes, I did have a door to the outside
Yeah.
in my bedroom because I think and this was after the cabin while we
Okay.
were like building the rest of our house. So we lived in like the basement, like the foundation layer while they were building the top of it.
Okay, foundation layer.
So like, and then there was, my parents put like all the girls in the biggest room, which was like supposed to have been like the living room where you enter. So that's why there's an outside door in my room. And yeah, this is what he said was scary.
Oh, wow, you look like a victim. But, like, you're enjoying it, which is weird. You look like you don't know. She looks like she doesn't know she's been kidnapped. And she's like, this is just fine. This is great. You're on, like, a fucking wee-wee pad.
It's a pillow! It's a pillow with a silk pillowcase.
That's pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
I would call the cops if I saw you.
Yeah. I'm like showing my boyfriend, like, look at this picture of me my sister sent me when I'm a cute little kid, and he goes, Jesus Christ, that's scary.
That looks like the movie, like, that looks like the room from the movie The Black Phone.
Yeah, and then after he walks out, he's like, give me money back because I'm not wealthy.
Poor bastard. Oh my god, I have no photos of me, but here's a photo of my grandma. Look at my grandma, isn't she cool?
Oh, yeah. That's who lives downstairs. Oh, no, that's your aunt.
Look at her with the 9/11 on right there. Do you see that, fellas?
That's very,
My grandma's a proud American.
very New York. She lives in New York?
Yeah, she lives right here. All my family, it's kind of like an upstate thing where all my family lives here.
That's nice.
Like, we're all like 4 blocks away from one another.
I mean, yeah, that's what keeps me up there and whatever, but
I can't find a photo of me as a baby, but you just imagine this without the beard.
I believe, I wouldn't hesitate for a second that you're like top 10 cutest kids.
Do you know Demise Rousseau?
Mm-mm.
Demise Rousseau? So, I used to work at a restaurant, and every now and then people would be like, oh, you look like so-and-so, but this, like, couple, they were Russian, or, like, Eastern European, and they kept looking at me and laughing, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm starting to get, like, pissed off. At the end, she comes up to me, and Eastern European women, by the way, Russian, but all these, like, they're all really bitchy looking,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, scary looking, but I swear to God, for the most part, every time I talk to them, they're really kind.
Mm-hmm.
They're really kind, and I was like, she's like, you know who you look, I'm like, what? She's like, Demise Rousseau, and I'm like, who's that? She's like, he was a famous Greek singer back in the 80s and 70s,
Oh.
and you look just like him. And I Googled him, and when I tell you, I fucking really do.
Let me see.
And I Googled it, he was a sex symbol. He wore a tunic, he made tunics cool.
Whoa. Is Russo, is that a Greek name?
I guess,
Maybe
like,
it's his stage
by
name.
the way, this is what a sex symbol looked like in, like, the 60s and 70s. Just pure style.
Oh, amazing.
Just pure... That's just...
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Do you see this? Do you see the... I don't like that they said it, but then they're like, people love him.
You're also not bald, though.
I'm not bald. He had this, like, dry... He looks like if I woke up in the morning and I didn't shower, and, like, my hair looks like shit. But his music's really good.
Okay, I'll have to give it a listen. I gotta support my Greeks.
You gotta. I really was hoping you or your mom would know him. I thought he was like a Greek guy.
I take a lot of selfies, and then when I like am not in a great mood, or like, you know, feeling like making OnlyFans content or like anything like that.
I don't feel like masturbating on camera.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done that in like, I would say, well over a year.
I feel like that would be the most like satisfying thing. You don't even have to show your face. You could even wear like a ski mask and you just like fuck yourself.
Oh wait, the bartender in Penn Station.
All right, let's do follow up. What happened?
Did we were talking about him being Greek, and I feel like we got distracted.
Well, yeah, you said he was like a Greek and Cuban guy.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
He was a piece of shit.
So yeah, but like at first I was trying to tell him that we could, like, you know, I was in the city for comedy,
okay.
And if he wanted to follow me on Instagram, I would be like posting about shows, and maybe he could come through. Because like I could tell he was flirting with me a little bit, because he was like, when he came back from his break, I already had a drink, and he was like, no headphones or phones at the bar, and I was just waiting for my friend. That's why I was drinking at the bar in Penn Station. I want to preface that.
So everyone knows it's
not just like my go-to in New York City.
The bar at Penn Station is my favorite bar.
Someone's like, hey, Athena, I know you used to live in the city. What's a good spot? I'm like, oh, the bar in Penn Station.
Like,
it's the only one I know.
What a socialite you are. My God.
You see a lot of people, a lot of things. So... yeah, I could tell he was, like, maybe trying to flirt with me a little bit, and then he kept leaving his phone in front of, like, where I was sat. And I literally texted my friend, and I was like, I'm a bartender, I know that trick. Like, oh, now he has to keep coming back to this spot, you know?
Yeah.
So, whatever. I was entertaining it a little bit. I just wanted to see what happened. Mostly, I just want to, like, make friends and have people come to, like, comedy shows.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, follow me on Instagram, whatever. And he's like, I don't have Instagram. I'm not going to follow you on Instagram. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about what you post on Instagram. Nobody cares about what you had for lunch, or, like, every thought that
he really
you have.
goes in, yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares about what you had for lunch or every thought that you have. But I'm like, okay.
It went from, I don't have an Instagram, I don't care about your Instagram, to I don't care about you or your thoughts, or like, that's just a huge.
Yeah. And listen, I don't care how bad Instagram probably is for my brain.
Yeah.
I fucking love Instagram. I love sharing photos in general. Like, I love looking at photos. I love the way you can, it's just great. I love Instagram. I love all of the thoughts that are in my head. And this guy's like, nobody cares. I'm like, okay, cool. And then, so like throughout whatever, he's like, okay, I have to re-download the Instagram app. And I'm like, yeah, do it. We can see if we have any like mutuals, because he lived in Vermont, where I used to live. We have one mutual person, and then,
you guys are meant for each other.
Yeah, totally. He's like, oh, so since I got like re-downloading the app or whatever, can I have your number? I'm like, probably not. Like, or no, I don't know. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was a little drunk at this point, I'm not gonna lie. I had one espresso martini on a mostly empty stomach. I was a little drunk. So I do think I was like, yeah, you can have my number. But I was like 4 shows. I will let you know about my shows. And then, so he follows me on Instagram, and then as I'm leaving, he's like, bye. He either said the goddess of love or the goddess of beauty. And I'm like, if you're Greek, you should know that Athena is the goddess of wisdom.
Idiot.
You
should know these things. Everyone should know their Greek pantheon.
If you are Greek,
you should know the pantheon. I know the pantheon. There's Zeus and Neptune.
If you're Greek and you're trying to like neg some girl at the bar, and like be like, look at my knowledge, then you might want to know.
Was he drunk?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or was he just like a total piece of shit?
He just was like probably like too handsome for his own good. Like he probably hasn't been told no enough, and he was like, I got this in the bag, I'm gonna neg this girl. And then like, yeah, I said he looks like one of those like model cater waiters, like super tall, like Fabio blonde ponytail situation.
Ooh, wow, blonde ponytail. You didn't describe him. Yeah, so he's a Fabio guy.
Yeah, and so then he texts me.
Kids, Google Fabio. We have no time for this.
Yeah, you need to know.
You just need to know.
Let's get a drink. I'm like, I can't. I have 2 shows for the next 3 days. He says, cool. A couple days later, busy tonight? I said, yeah, kinda. I have a show at a bar at 9, which is free if you want to come through. He says, oh, okay. Another message. Can I take you out for drinks? I said, sorry, I don't think so. I don't live here, and I'm really focused on comedy right now. And he says, cool. And then a few hours later, you don't live here, LOL.
That's him thinking for a couple hours, like, I think this bitch is playing me. It's like, I think you don't live here, but that should be a perfect reason. It should be a perfect reason.
Yeah, like he's like, oh, your excuse for not wanting to hang out with me like isn't valid, so I'm gonna laugh at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, so like that was very weird to me. And the funniest part is that yesterday I think I must have posted more like Instagram story segments that I have ever in my entire Instagram career.
Yeah.
Going on, like 15 years here. And he watches every single one of them.
He wants you.
It's like I did not get like this birth control bullshit injected into my arm.
Orange shot. Didn't even see that. What?
Well, this is just a little Band-Aid over the hole because the scab was bothering me, but like, here, feel it.
That is... What is that? Oh.
Yeah.
What is that?
I can't remember the name right now, but it's like a birth control in my arm. And this was like all like bruised, like black and blue for like a week. It's like, I didn't do this, so someone that's like literally telling me I don't care about your thoughts or feelings can like go raw in the puss.
There's a rod in her arm.
Yeah, and it's like it could give me migraines and make me crazy and like all this stuff. And this guy's like literally like, I don't want to hear you talk on stage about things that you care about for 10 minutes.
Jesus.
But let me hit it, and I don't care if you don't live here. Like,
I think that would work for maybe the women upstate that are like super trashy.
I think like...
I think if you didn't care... I remember I was upstate once. Last time I was upstate, I was talking to this girl, and she was super gothy looking. And I was like, nah, whatever. But then she started a conversation. And then, this is the moment, this is how quick I knew she was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was like, hey, I'm Nick. What's your name? She goes, I'm Maddie. Some people call me Mads. My real name's Elizabeth, but everyone likes to call me X. And I'm like, what? The fuck just happened? She's like, yeah, I'm a train hopper, so that's what they say. I give myself... I'm like, oh, okay. And then as I'm talking, I realize, not only is she, like, drunk, she is, like, mentally unstable right now. She's, like, highly mentally unstable, which I'm sure the pussy would be amazing.
Sure.
But then you involve train hopping, and you go, this is just dirty, crazy pussy. This is too dirty. Like, I can't do this to myself.
Yeah, like, she definitely is probably not having health insurance and, like, getting regular checkups.
No. I love eating pussy. It is my favorite thing. So, and I also love going to, like, gay bars and just fucking a bunch of dudes.
Okay.
So, I'm, like, a little bit of a freak. So, I'm on PrEP.
Okay.
Which is just, like, a pill you take so you don't get AIDS because they cured that shit. And then you also I have pills that you take when you feel like you fucked someone who's dirty and it cures your, like, syphilis or whatever.
What are they?
Doxycala or whatever the fuck.
Oh, it's like a antibiotic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's...
Doxycycline?
Wow, how do you know? You
'Cause-
whore. How do you know?
Because I've had to take I've had to take antibiotics for a yeast infection, yeah.
Wow, that's gross. I ate a girl's pussy once. in the bathroom.
Don't.
I was really sad. This is how sad I was. My friends forced me out of the house, like a couple months ago. And I'm talking, I think it was during Halloween. Mm-hmm. And we're talking, and then this girl is like, talking to me, and she's like cute, skinny, black, hot girl. She's dressed as like the devil.
Okay.
And I really have no interest. I did not shower. I have no money. I literally just came out because my friends forced me out. Mm-hmm. And I'm just there with them, and I hate everything. So I'm just entertaining her. And then I realized, oh, she has cocaine. So I'm like, hey. So then we go to the bathroom, and then it just naturally happens where you're doing coke, and then we make out. And then I was so horny because I already know, listen, I'm not going to come. And I already know what a blowjob feels. And you're not special, lady. So I know whatever, like, I already know I know what it is going to be. And I'm not going to, like, fuck you for 15 minutes and not come. And then.
Okay.
So then I just decided to eat her pussy because that turned me on. And then she was like, wow, I can't believe, I didn't realize you liked me so much. And I was like, this is for me.
Okay.
This is for me. And then, and then I found out she had gonorrhea. And I was like, you bitch.
Wow.
Which is why I realized she was probably so surprised that I ate her pussy.
Do you remember FML? The website FML?
No.
When I was like 12 or 13, I would have to like plug a laptop computer into dial-up and like let all that shit load, and I would go on FML after school and read all the FMLs, and like the one that stood out to me the most till this very day is that this guy was eating out his girlfriend, and they were like trying something new, and they put Gushers up there.
Her butt?
No, in her vagina. They put Gushers, like the Gushers candy in her vagina. God. And he was like doing whatever. And then he said one of them tasted really bad, and it was a gonorrhea nodule, whatever that means. Like, it was the first time I even like had seen the word nodule, and I was like, yeah, and it's just like, like a chunk of something.
Oh my fucking God. Mm-hmm. Oh my fucking God.
That could have happened to you, Nick. You could have bit down on a piece of gonorrhea.
No, I stayed on the clit. She tasted fine. It was, oh my God. Ugh.
I got my first yeast infection because I was making out with my gay friend in the hot tub at LeBain because we thought it was funny.
Those fucking gays. So
yeah.
Dirty. Those dirty gays.
We thought it was funny. For those of you who aren't from New York and don't know, LeBain is a nightclub that has like a hot tub in it, like on the dance floor. And so we were making out in there, and then like a couple was like trying to swing with us, and it was funny for a second, and then I just remember him being like, okay, it's not funny anymore. Mm-hmm. So I go back, sleep at his house in my wet underwear, and then woke up in the morning, and that was my first yeast infection.
Jesus. Mm-hmm. I remember in high school, I love how this conversation's turned into this. In high school, I lost my virginity to a lady. She was Haitian, big tits. Again, I'm a sucker for giant tits.
Okay. Yeah, Nick says he likes them like touching the collarbone, like
I want like wench titties, like, oh God, like just.
He would prefer them to be in like some situation that hurts their internal organs to get the boobs up here.
Just trash bags on my face. I just want trash bags on my face, dude.
Trash bags. That would be... If someone walked in here right now with trash bag titties, you would not want that. You would be upset. You'd be scared.
No.
You might die.
That's a risk I have to take. I have to, because at that point it's can I do this as a challenge? Can I do this for myself?
Okay.
Can I do this for my people?
That actually wouldn't be the worst way to die. Like if the sky opened up and you could just be like, lady, do this instead. I want to die 10 minutes before everyone else.
Oh, I thought you meant if the sky opened up and like just giant titties were falling down.
Oh no, I meant like what we were talking about before with like the end of the world and like some sort of natural disaster. You're like, okay, I got 10 minutes to live. Can you just suffocate me with your titties?
Yeah, no, I would totally. That would be incredible. Mm-hmm. It would be the way to go.
Yeah.
Dude, I am... So, my ex of like 3 years, she not once ever squirted.
Okay.
And she said... And she was she was like, I just don't do it. I've tried. A lot of people have tried. I just can't. I tried for a long time.
Okay.
I got her a squirt one time. And, here's what happened.
Okay.
Here's what
Ready.
happened. This is a little...
Uh-oh, Nick's doing that.
Okay. So we're fucking. I'm doing the job, right? Now, we're 69ing. Great. Okay, we're on the bed, we're 69ing. I'm like, dude, at this point, I don't even feel my arm, right? I'm just eating the clit, and I'm doing this. I'm doing it, and then I have my fingers here, and I have my finger in her butt. One finger in her butt, kind of just slipped in there.
That's what they all say.
But I'm just, and I could feel it, and I know it's just, if she just relaxes, and is just not insecure, and just lets go, and doesn't think it's piss and it's embarrassing.
I do feel that way a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, it's fine.
Even if I knew for 100% that it wasn't, I wouldn't want to deal with the cleanup. I don't like a mess.
I 100% know it's not piss, because I've had waterfalls on me, and it's definitely doesn't taste like piss. I've gargled, and I've been like waterboarded with pussy juice once.
I just don't want to deal with the mess. That's why I swallow.
That's why I deal with the mess. That's why there's towels, and I give you water, but no. So I'm doing it, and it finally happens. Now I'm here, like, but I have to get the angle, so I'm like right here, and this is her, right? So like I'm here, and this is her asshole, and this is my hand, and I'm fingering it, and she squirts finally.
Okay.
For the first time in her whole life.
Amazing.
And as she does it, not only does she let go, she releases everything. It's like giving birth. And she projectile shits right past my face.
Okay.
And it's on my hand.
Okay.
And it's on the floor. And I'm just like... I felt like first off, super lucky.
I'm sorry, what were you saying about it not being gross and embarrassing?
I'm saying I was super lucky that it didn't hit my face. I would have died.
Yeah. You would never... How long did you guys date after that happened, if you don't mind me asking? Was it 3 days?
No, I think maybe another year and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like here's what I did. I was like, listen, this is a big moment for her. I don't want to... This would just ruin. She would never squirt again if this is how it...
No, I wasn't insinuating you would break up with her for doing that. It was more just like, I would be like, I don't know you, bye.
I was like, I started laughing really loud because I just don't know how to... I was like in shock. And then I'm like, she's like, what's fine? I'm like, okay, don't be embarrassed. She's like, what? I'm like, don't worry. She's like, what? And then she gets up and she looks at my hand. She's like, I'm like, what? It's fine. Go to the bathroom. It's fine. And I don't even smell anything. I don't even think there was a smell.
Okay.
It was just...
So what did you do with your hand while she was in the bathroom? Because I feel like I would have been like, let me go to the bathroom immediately, and then you can go in there.
No. I had this bigger job to do, which was to clean up all the shitlets on my floor. Like, all the... Like, it was kind of like a diarrhea, so I had to...
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to seep into like the bed sheets and it goes into the bed.
Yeah.
So I'm taking it all off and I'm wrapping it and I'm drying it and then I just throw it out and I'm like, listen, that was great, right? Like you did it. Whoa. She's like, that's so embarrassing. I'm like, it's fine. I'm a super chill guy. Like I remember when this lady was like, I'm sorry I gave you gonorrhea. I'm like, dude, I literally said this and I felt like I've literally had too many experiences that I've made up a phrase. I'm like, it's not the first or the worst. I'm like, fuck. My life. What am I?
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. One time, I took my sister out for her 30th birthday party at, it's not Chippendales. It's something the Copacabana in Times Square. And there
What
was...
is the Copacabana? It seems so cliche.
I know. They have, I think, a variety of shows, but this one was like a male, like Magic Mike type situation.
Oh, like Chippendales.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was called that for a second. But, so there was, all of these male strippers, and my sister really, really likes tall guys. So I saw the tallest one, and I was like, come on over here. And, give my sister a lap dance. I give him $20. He gives my sister a lap dance, and then when it's over, he picks me up out of my chair, puts pulls my thong out of my pants somehow as he's picking me up, and then puts the $20 in my G-string, and is like, this is for you. I'm giving you back your money, like anything for you. And so after...
What a swooning.
Yeah, after I'm like, let me get that Instagram, and this guy, he got my Instagram.
Of course he did.
He cared about my thoughts and feelings.
That's the way to go.
What I had for breakfast, and he got a lot more than my Instagram. But, so yeah, we hook up.
He deserves it all. He deserves everything.
Yeah.
What a gentleman. Hold on, because...
I'll find a picture. I'll try to, make sure we don't see his face. But he actually does OnlyFans, too. He will love this story.
He lifted you... No, I want to interview him now. Bring him on. He lifted you up by your waist while also fingering your thong out of your pants.
Yeah, I was...
Was it like a magic trick? Like, it actually, came off you?
No. It was more like I was wearing, soft, velvet pants. And so he just, he picked me up out of the chair, and then as he was doing that, sort of just reached in with his ring fingers and got my thong out, and then must have had the money in his hand somehow too and put it in there. The strength, the dexterity that
I'm just imagining the if I have this and I'm gonna go like that.
Yeah, let's see if I can do it to you.
I'm not wearing any underwear. I don't even have a G-string. We need to try this. This is kind of interesting, though.
Oh, let's get your aunt up here.
Let's get my aunt. If you can't even lift me.
This is just the thing. Is he just went it was just a swoop down and then that.
So hot.
Yeah, just let's do it for the camera. Just a swoop under here, and he got it out, but was holding me then.
That was really good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Tall.
I mean, definitely.
This is why I can't.
The first time he had done that before.
I love how you gave my hips a little pat and then you jiggle. Just a little good for him.
Okay.
What was his name? What's his stage name?
I don't know if I should say.
He clearly wants the exposure. Who is this man?
I'm gonna find.
I want to know.
He's a Swedish underwear model, and
this is kind of bringing the fucking gay out in me. I don't usually like white guys. What a talented man.
Oh, and then
okay.
Oh, this is the point of the story. What reminded me of it is that so we hook up, and then I went to the bathroom and I'm washing my hands, and as I'm washing my hands, he comes in and starts taking a shit.
Pure confidence.
And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go. And I literally got dressed and left before he was done taking a shit. But I was like, bye. I was, trying to be nice, but kind of.
I don't know if that's pure confidence or if I feel like that's I think that's just what Swedish people do.
That's what I felt like. I felt like it was more of a cultural difference for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I have a bidet. I have to install this bidet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. I'm never gonna use toilet paper again.
Good for you. Okay, we're getting close. Here we go.
When was this? How long ago was this? 4 years ago?
5 years ago.
Jesus, this guy's probably retired.
No, he's not. He's still making videos. Okay. Here it is.
This guy's amazing.
Amazing.
Guy, show the camera. This is amazing. This is the photo. Do you see that?
Do you see how he got my, yeah.
Look at the space between her ass and thong.
Yeah, they were super stretchy, luckily for me.
And shout out to those thongs for even holding it down. At that point, you're just being wedgied.
Well, I'm like, my legs are around him, and he's holding me, like, with his forearms, too.
Would you say you'd go back again?
Well, no, but here's the thing. So we did continue to text for a little while, and then he says he is lonely here in America and would like to sleep in between me and my sister in bed, but nothing sexual.
That's the way it go, fellas. Mm-hmm. And obviously you said yes, of course, anything to help you.
No, I didn't talk to him for a bunch of years, and then I'm in a gay club on Christopher Street, down in the basement, where they have, like, male dancers.
Yeah.
And he comes over and he's like,
the go-go dancers and people were fucking. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. He comes over and he was like, hey, it can be a little bit maybe dangerous in here because a lot of these guys aren't gay, and they're like, they're like touching themselves, like get their dicks hard, and they're all horny, and then they see a girl come in here and they're gonna like be aggressive. And some of them were like, I would walk past them and they'd like grab my hand and make me touch their dick. That was like,
wow.
Yeah, but that I was only there for like 30 seconds before Rudy saw me and like was like, and he just like stood on a box behind me and my friends at the bar for like the whole night.
Shout out to Rudy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is why, and this has happened to me, and I hate it. Women should not go to gay bars. Don't go. You ruin it. First off, yeah, some of those guys are super creepy, and it's like no one wants to touch you. You're like some old 40-year-old weirdo. Mm. Some of those guys are like, it's kind of sad and adorable. They're like 60 plus, and they're fat, and they still wear like the angel outfit. I'm like, do you have dementia, sir? It's not 1977, sir. You need to go back to the home. Mm. This is rough. But when you're there, it's a place where gay guys could be very comfortable, and you could just be. It's like a male sexual fantasy. Mm-hmm. So you could just go there, get blown, and fuck, and then you could just go to the bar, talk to somebody. Someone's blowing you casually while you're having a conversation. Mm-hmm. It's one of these weird male fantasies, but when groups of women go in there. I remember one time.
I did not go in with a group of women. One gay guy brought me there. My gay friend that I was working with at the time.
Terrible.
I would never go in a gay bar with a group of women.
I remember it was Sunday night or Thursday night, and I swear to God, it's like 3:50 a.m. and I see all the guys start like intros, get up and get their shit and start walking down. I'm like, we got like 10 minutes, guys. What's the problem? And I go out. My dick is out. Because everyone's dick is out. And their asses are out. And people are getting, whatever. And I go out. I'm like, well, I guess we're leaving early. And then I just see like a gaggle of white women. Mm. Like these young NYU stupid white women. And I walk out. And I see them. I literally go, oh my God! And I put my dick immediately in my pants. I'm like, what are you doing here? You've totally ruined this whole experience for everybody. And then, like, people are trying to sneak by them. There's guys with their asses out just, like, trying to close out their drinks because they don't care. And they're like, I don't think we should be here. As I walk by, and I'm like, what? Of course not. You've ruined this for everybody.
Yeah, I feel like... Yeah, I definitely do understand that.
You've ruined my experience.
Are there lesbian bars, though? Are there enough? Where are gay girls supposed to go?
That's true. I don't know about any real lesbian bars. I think you guys just gotta go to, like, the House of Yes or clubs, more go-go places, Brooklyn-y go-go places. Mm. I know Home Sweet Home's pretty good for lesbians.
Okay.
In Brooklyn.
Good to know.
I just, what was it, gaggle of white women.
That's a good club name.
Gaggle of whites.
Gaggle of white women.
A gaggle of white women. What was that movie with the Ashton Kutcher? Remember he was a Coast Guard?
I don't know.
He was a Coast Guard, early 2000s. Oh my God, my cousins used to love it. They were all into Ashton Kutcher.
I'm like pretty bad in general about remembering movie titles. It's kind of embarrassing.
I think that's one of my only like autistic quirks is that I love random movie information.
Okay.
I love. Also, it's a Gen Z thing to say it's an autistic quirk. It's just an interest. It's just an interest. But I have to preface it with a mental illness so all the Gen Z kids could like the video and feel related. I wanted my dog to have puppies.
Get him like tested to see what he is though.
I'm just gonna find a dog similar to him with genetics and temperament and.
But how do you know what is similar genetics if you don't know his genetics?
I feel it in our heart.
Because some dogs can get like hip dysplasia and stuff. You don't want to like breed him with a dog that would like double the chances of that.
That's true. Genetically, he's perfect. He's pristine.
I'll get my dog genetically tested if you get yours.
Okay, how much would that cost to genetically test a dog?
I think it's like $25.
That's not bad at all.
No, you can buy the kit on Amazon. It might be $50.
Now you're getting a little.
Yeah, it might be like $49.99.
Oh, well, that's different. That's totally different.
Plus shipping.
I feel like if we tracked down all the guys you fucked and related to, you're probably like 3 steps away from like the president.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Ew, you fucked this guy.
No,
he fucked him.
I fucked someone that fucked him.
You fucked the guy that fucked him?
Yeah, that's what Eskimo siblings mean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our guest, Athena PePe. I'm Nic Crespo. Thank you. Go
Follow
check
me
her
on
out.
Instagram, the goddess Athena.
And check me out wherever your local store sells me.
Book us both on your comedy shows. We're hilarious.
Please.
Together.
Thank you. Perfect.
Amazing.
I'll edit that.
The wrap up of that story is pretty much that's how I became Eskimo siblings with Christian Siriano, my favorite Project Runway contestant.
Was with meeting this guy. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.